Oh my god, that hurt. Yeah, girl. I was dating this guy.
I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he's...
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Smilea. I think this is so weird. Every time I do that, I'm just like, girl, be serious. Today, I am going to do a makeup type of thing. Not really to get ready with me because I'm not going anywhere, but I guess do my makeup with me. I woke up at 6 a.m. today and it's 8:45. But anyways, I'm gonna do my makeup and I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story time of how birth control quite literally might have ruined my life. And I am not like a nursing major. I'm not like the smartest person in the world. I ain't no doctor, I'm not no scientist, but this is just how I feel based off of me as a woman, because women know their business. Yes, I was young when some of this happened. Don't do as I do, do as I say. Always use condoms, practice safe sex. No means no. Don't ever, ever, ever let your boyfriend pressure you into doing anything, okay? Circa 2006, maybe? 2006, I want to say I was 14 going on 15. I want to say I lost my virginity like a month maybe before my birthday. I'm honestly not sure though. I have the shittiest memory in the world, so I'm really not sure, but I think that's when I lost my virginity. I might have been a sophomore though. I was a freshman or a sophomore. I really don't know. I was 15 or 16, 14, 15 or 16, I don't know, girl. I wasn't 16, I was like 14 or 15. Girl, I think we got together when I was 14, so we wasn't together that goddamn long, but I don't know if I felt pressured in that time to have sex or if it was just, this is, you know, I didn't really get talked to about that, so it's like, this is, you know, what you do. I think I might have started my period when I was like 14 too, so I just felt like I was, you know, coming into my womanhood, and I didn't talk about that type of stuff with my mom or anybody really. So I ended up having sex with a friend outside on a freaking, a fold out chair or whatever you call it, behind my mama's car while my mama and her boyfriend were in the house. Anyway, I remember this guy wear a condom. Like, I remember learning that. You know those classes that they have in elementary, like you go and you're able to look in and they show you how to use a condom and everything. I didn't go to that class. My mom didn't sign the paper, so honey, I didn't really know what a condom was besides what my friend was saying. Use a condom to protect yourself. I told him, you know, use a condom. Nobody knew I was having sex, by the way, but I told him use a condom. You know, he didn't want to do that. I'm 15 years old, so I'm like, okay, whatever, you're my boyfriend, it's fine. I realized one day we were on the side of my trailer and we were, you know, doing what, not grown-ups, girl, but doing what people do when they do things. He noticed like lactation, I guess, I don't know, girl. Some was coming out of my booty, and he was like, what's that? And I'm like, I don't know, what is that? You tell me. I don't know what that is. And he was older than me, by the way. He was, dang, I was 15. I think he was like 17, about to be 18, girl. But he had no business talking to me. And I was like, yeah, they have been hurting, but you know, I'm growing into a woman. I don't know, like, girl, I'm growing into a woman. There's no way on earth I could literally do my eyebrows and talk to y'all at the same time. So I'm about to do my eyebrows and then I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I got my eyebrows done. I think I got my timeline wrong. I'm pretty sure I was 15 going on 16. I didn't tell my mom because basketball, and I didn't want her to know, obviously. I ended up finishing off the basketball season, and I didn't tell her until after. And there started to be rumors. I don't know if I told a friend or what, honey, but there was rumors around school, or he told a friend, because he wasn't in school. That's another thing. He was a dropout. Girl, bye. But anyways, he was a dropout. I've always had a very keen taste in men. He knew people, so that's how we met. But we actually met on Facebook. That's a lie. We met on Facebook or MySpace, one of the two. I'm assuming he might have told somebody. People found out in school, and I was, of course, lying about it because, girl, why are you in my business? I ended up telling my mom after basketball season was over, and I told her whenever she was at work. She left work, came home. I'm scared. She didn't say anything to me. Like, I feel like I was sitting in the living room and I was just like, hey, mommy. When she drove up, like, I saw her coming down the dirt road, like, flying down the dirt road, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's about to whoop my ass. But I don't remember her speaking to me. Like, I really don't think she spoke to me for like some days, to be honest. She didn't say shit to me. she ended up taking me to the doctor. This is where the birth control is coming in. She ended up taking me to the doctor. My mom took me to the doctor, and I got on birth control. And I've always been kind of like a really care type of person. Like, I had sex, mom, so what? Like, get over it. Like, do what you're gonna do and get over it. At 15 years old, I'm like, this is my life. The first birth control I was ever on is Depo, and that's one where they shoot you in the ass. I wasn't a fan of it, but it was the only thing that, then it was like the only thing that, besides like putting up your vagina, and obviously I didn't want that because I was a kid. That wasn't a pill form because I knew I wasn't about to take no pills, so I ended up just getting on the Depo and getting a shot at my booty. The first 6 months to a year, I was fine on it. After the first years, when I started noticing things, because I was like always, I was very, I liked my body back then. I know when in elementary school, I kind of blossomed before everybody else. So I would wear like this leather jacket every single day to recess. But once I got to high school, I was like, okay, I like my body. Like, I got a nice look, you know, I was happy with my body. And I remember looking in the mirror one day, I had this yellow shirt on and it had like rhinestones on it. I don't remember what it said, but that was my favorite shirt because I always wore it. I remember looking in the mirror and I was like, I love my boobs. I never want my boobs to change. And so I remember after that first year, I think I was probably like 17. I might have lost my virginity as a sophomore because I think I was a junior. I remember looking in the mirror like, oh my God, I love my boobs. I don't want them to change. And they started changing. I'm like, girl, they're getting big. Why are they getting so big? Why am I getting big? I'm getting big. My back getting big. I'm getting heavier. And I started like going through like a really like crisis with my weight. Like that type of crisis. Back then, what was out? Like Degrassi and stuff. A lot of things were, you know, started happening when I was in high school. Yeah, I started getting bigger, my boobs started getting bigger, and I didn't understand why, because I wasn't eating. Like, I'm like, baby, I'm not even eating anything. So I related it to like, I'm like, maybe it's my birth control. I told my mom about it, and she was like, okay, well, we could put you on pills, but I was like, I'm not gonna take pills. And then she was like, and I didn't want that thing up my vagina, so I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just deal with it. My symptoms just did nothing but got worse. I stopped having periods altogether. Like at first they were like spotty, like they would come when they wanted to come. And mind you, whenever I first got on birth control, I was probably on a period for 6 months before I had sex and got on birth control. So I don't know what type of period I had before getting on birth control, but while I was on birth control, it was always spotty. It was always when it came when it wanted to come once every blue moon. And so then I just completely stopped having periods. I was not having periods. I was like, okay, something ain't right, because I'm supposed to be having a period. Like I'm supposed to be shedding. I'm supposed to be having a period. I was depressed a lot when I was a kid. I remember being very depressed. For what? The birth control, I guess, because I had no reason to be depressed. So after I'm pretty sure it was my sophomore or junior. No. Girl, this timeline is so bad. When I graduated high school, I ended up moving out. Like I moved out dang near right when I graduated high school. And not right when I graduated high school. I was ready to get out of my mama's house, girl. So I moved in with a friend. That's a whole nother story time. Don't do it. I ended up moving out when I was like 19. I didn't go to college. Sorry, I went to my local, what's it called? Community college, but I didn't go like off to college. So I went and got an apartment with a friend at 19, and that was fun while it lasted. But I got an apartment with a friend, and I remember getting off that birth control because I didn't want to be gaining no more weight. I was like, girl, I'm not trying to be gaining no weight. I was trying to have fun. I wasn't trying to be like dealing with like all this other stuff. So I got off the birth control and I got on pills after I left my mama's house. I was on them pills for a while. Like I did good for a while, like 3 months. And then I started like forgetting to take them, and obviously at this time, I'm living my life. Okay, so I decided to switch and start taking this shot. Not the shot, I'm sorry. They put this little thing up your arm. I'm pretty sure oh, another symptom of Depo. I got like these stretch marks. That's from the Depo. I had horrible stretch marks on my back. Oh my God, like from like gaining weight so rapidly. Dark, like the color of this bottle. They were dark, girl, and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? That's why I got off the Depo. That's why I was like, no, girl, I got stretch marks in places I ain't supposed to be having stretch marks. I'm supposed to be in my little, to do my thing. So I ended up getting off the depot. And I got on that little shot that they put up your arm. And that was also fine for a while. I got so many stories, but that was fine for a while, being on that. I think I got on that, I got off the depot when I was probably like 20 or 21. And then I got that thing in my arm, because I got that out of my arm like 24 or 24, I think. So I was on that for a while. I think I was on that for like 3 years. I had that thing in my arm. I think it lasted for 5. But in that time, the reason I got off of it, girl, I was fine for like the first 2 years. I think, no, it wasn't 2 years. I was fine for probably like the first, I can't even think about what it's called, so I can tell you. I don't even remember the name of it. Nexplanon, that's what it was called. I was on Nexplanon. That almost destroyed me. I was on it for a while before I started noticing stuff. And it kind of like just happened. Like it wasn't even like, you know, sporadic or anything. I mean, like in your face. It wasn't in your face, but I started noticing like, I was still gaining weight, go figure. And then I noticed like my appetite had like got crazy. Like on the depot, I didn't have like early appetite, I was gaining weight. But on the next one, baby, I had an appetite out of this world. I was eating all the damn time. And this is around the time I got on Adderall. I had a friend and she introduced me, I call her Maria. She introduced me to Adderall. So I started taking that and I started like losing the weight back, but I was depressed, and it was not the Adderall because I was depressed before I got on the Adderall. And because I was living in an apartment, I had, this is like a year or two later, I moved out of that apartment with my friend for certain circumstances. And I moved into my own apartment, and I moved back in with my mom actually, and then I moved into my own apartment. And I was depressed. Like I would be in my room crying, boo-hooing for no reason. With the lights off, just in the dark, girl, just, why am I here? I don't want this light. What the fuck, what is this? I don't want this. I just laugh at my own pain, but it really wasn't funny. Because, honey, I was up in there ready to end it all. And I ended up staying on that Nexplanon. Actually, I stayed on that Nexplanon until I moved out of my apartment that I had by myself, and I had met somebody. And I don't remember if she was on Nexplanon or not. I think she was, because we were both, like I had just met her, and we were both like depressed, shit. And then we like started finding comfort in drinking all the time, and I was taking Adderall and partying, and we were just doing our own thing. This story is all over the place. I am not a good storyteller, but we ended up getting off the Nexplanon, and I just stopped taking birth control in general. Me personally, between the stretch marks, the freaking just albeit horrible time, like it messed with my mental so bad that I was ready to end it all, which is not good for me personally. Now for some people it does wonders, but after that I realized how it did my body. My boobs got bigger, I got bigger, my back got big, everything was just big, and I was like, bro, this is not it. Mentally I wasn't there. Mentally I was just everywhere else. I couldn't. Nexplanon really messed me up mentally. So I was like, nope, I can't do it. I won't do it. I won't do this to my body anymore. I refuse. If I get pregnant, I get pregnant. There was never anything used for protection, and I wasn't on birth control, and I never got pregnant. And I have not really been to, like the last time I went to the doctor told me that I would possibly, this is a lot, oh my God. The doctor told me I would possibly never be able to carry full term. I don't know. What does that mean? I don't know. But I have not been pregnant since I gotten off my birth control. I have never had a regular period, never been regular. Girl, believe that shit. But yeah, my period has never been regular. I've dealt with depression, everything, and I feel like a lot of it accumulates to the birth control. So that's why I say I will never get on birth control again. I have not got on birth control again. It's been like 6-7 years, and I have not been on birth control, and I don't plan on getting on birth control ever again in my life. I still don't have regular periods. I still have not been able to get pregnant. And now I'm in a relationship where, you know, the possibility is there. Cause I think after I went to that doctor's visit and he told me that there's a possibility that I could never carry full term, I think I started telling myself like, I don't think I want to have kids, because I don't think I could have kids, but I can't have a kid. If you're, you know, obviously you're probably younger than me, I don't know, or older than me, and you've had the same experience I've had with birth control, I am sorry for you, and I hope that your experience is better or it wasn't as bad as mine. Like, I know some people get on birth control and they bleed. They never stop bleeding. Not that I'm happy that I didn't bleed, because that's also horrible, but time to period every month, girl. If you're younger than me and you want to have a, you know, and you're having sex and you know, you need protection, first of all, strap it up. Every time, strap it up. If he telling you don't strap it up, find a new man, because should no man be telling you not to strap it up. STDs and stuff are real. As far as birth control goes, talk to your medical physician, your primary, whatever, and just figure out the best path for you. Because me personally, if I ever were to have a kid, I would not force them to take birth control, and that's just me, because I know what birth control is to me, and it's just not worth it for me. So just use condoms always. Even if you're on birth control, use condoms, please. And don't ever let a man tell you he not putting a condom on, because at that point you need to go find you a new man or just be single, baby. Yeah, birth control will mess you up, and depending, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm no expert, but it messed me up. But that is the story of how birth control might have quite literally ruined my life, because just be cautious in your medical whatevers. Thank you for tuning in. Everything happens for a reason, and remember, your body, your choice. And anybody got a problem with that, I'll fight them for you, girl. I'll fight them for you.
I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he's sent for me.